This video is sponsored by Craftsy, more on that later. Hi, hello Fludrors, how's it going? Today I woke up and chose humiliation because today we're gonna be taking some art school knowledge tests. Well, I'm gonna be taking them and you are gonna be either laughing at me or be just as clueless as I am because I did not go to art school. I did not study art and art history and art philosophy and all those Van Gogh and Dali and Picasso. And I never really had any interest in classical arts and Renaissance and going to art galleries. I don't know, it just wasn't something I was ever into. So today I'm here to learn, to become a well-educated, cultured individual. And I know a lot of you watching have probably been to art school or are maybe going through it currently. So I would love to hear about your experiences because I don't know much about what art school really is. What have you learned there? What did you like or didn't like about it? Because I know people's experiences are so different. Some say it's the best thing ever that helped them so much and helped them become the master artists they are today. Others say that it completely destroyed their passion and made them hate and quit art altogether and gave them irreparable trauma. I always did really well at school, but again, it was not an art school. We didn't even have art as a subject, so I have no idea what to expect. I'm honestly nervous as if it's an actual exam that will determine my future life. But I have this little guy I crocheted recently to calm me down today. Look at him. He's so cool. I named him Mr. Coco because he looks like a little coconut. And I actually made this Coco Boy using our today's sponsor, Craftsy. Craftsy is your online resource for all things creative. It offers more than 2,000 exciting classes in over 20 different categories like crochet, knitting, painting, photography, cake decorating, woodworking, and many more. Since drawing has become more of a job for me, I have been dying to get an actual hobby that I could just do for fun for myself. And I fell in love with crocheting. It is so relaxing, I love doing it, and classes on Craftsy has been a huge help in exploring crocheting for me. Especially this class called Amigurumi Designing Your Own Monster, taught by Stacy Truck, who is literally the nicest, sweetest woman I've ever seen. Such a joy to watch and listen to. She explains everything so well. She helped me make Mr. Coco, and that I'm eternally grateful for. There are also a bunch of classes on drawing, sketching, character design, painting, so it doesn't matter if you want to improve at drawing or get into new fun hobbies. Craftsy's got everything you need and is always creating new classes to keep you coming back for more and help you stay inspired. Every class is taught by such talented and pleasant professionals who walk you through each technique with step-by-step demonstrations, providing their expert tips and tricks, which makes learning just super fun and enjoyable and stress-free. You can even connect with fellow makers and DIY lovers to ask questions, share ideas, and as a member, you will have access to Craftsy's live streaming tutorials, where their expert instructors share tips, answer questions, and engage with the Craftsy community in real time. So you can go ahead and join Craftsy today. The first 1,000 of you to click the link in the video description will get a full year of premium Craftsy membership for only $1.49 for new members. Thank you Craftsy for sponsoring this video, and now back to the video. Okay, let's start easy, like a little warm-up test from none other than the one we all know and love, BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed I trust. I think anyone who took an art history class should be able to correctly answer these 15 questions. Bet. Question number 1. Which artist shredded their art in 2018 after it was sold at Sold by Auction? I don't know. Oh, Banksy! I didn't even read all the options. That was my problem throughout all my school years. I always either read a question wrong or didn't read it all the way through or just misunderstood the question or assignment, and that was a constant pain for me. Okay, question number 2. Salvador Dali's famous melting clock painting is called Awake from a Dream, Frozen Moment, Time Slipping, or The Persistence of Memory. I don't know this, but for some reason I think it's The Persistence of Memory. Yes! Did you see that? Question number 3. A triptych is an art piece with only 3 colors, made in the 3rd century, divided into 3 sections or with 3 different mediums. Now this one I know, it's like 3 canvases that form one single painting. Yeah. Question number 4, who painted water lilies? Give me a second. Oh no, it already says Monet here. I just wanted to look at the art style to maybe guess from there, but okay. Also, why is there Monet and also Manet? What? Who's Manet? Question 5. Which artist is synonymous with the joy of painting? I mean, come on. I feel like even if you're not an artist and know nothing about art, you probably know who Bob Ross is. He's such a humble legend. Rest in peace, Bob. Question 6. Which artist is known for detailed works of birds? Okay, this one I'm clueless. Oh, wow, that's so cool. They're so cute. Look at that. 7. What color is the subject's scarf in Girl with a Pearl Earring? Oh, red, blue, green, purple. No, it's blue. That I know that. Question 8. In Henry Matisse's Son of Men, what is blocking the man's face? A dog, a hat, another man, an apple. A hat could be like the Wicked poster. I don't think it's a dog because how would a dog block his face?
I mean, if he's holding it.
Another man? Also hard to imagine that. Also, Son of Man sounds religious. And what else is religious? An apple. So I'm going with apple. Yes, look at me. Why are you showing me a picture of an apple? Show me the painting. I know what an apple looks like. Oh, that looks cool. That looks like some indie album cover.
Echo chamber.
Number 9. Arrangement in gray and black is more commonly known as... Not even gonna try to guess. Oh, okay. It's just an old lady. Cool. Number 10. Wet paint applied on wet paint is a technique called impasto, antipasto, scumbling, or alla prima. No clue at all. Antipasto? Alla prima. Fine. 11. How many arms does Leonardo da Vinci's The Vitruvian Man have? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh my god, no way I'm getting this right. 6? No. Yeah, it's 4. That's right. Question 12. In The Birth of Venus, what is the figure in the center standing in? An ocean wave, an oasis, a clamshell, a cloud. You know how I know this one? Because my mom has a small statue of it in her bedroom. I'll insert a picture if I can, but I know for sure it is a clamshell. Van Gogh was roommates with another famous painter. Am I supposed to know who his roommates were? Roommates? Well, it says it's a famous painter, and the only one I know here is Monet. Who? But I don't know him. How can he possibly be famous? 14. Guernica was painted by... I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Pablo, no! This looks so cool. What an insane guy Pablo was. Finally, who painted the Great Wave of Kanagawa? Bob Ross. Imagine. I would say someone named Yaoi would probably be capable of that. Okay, guess not. Hey, 7 out of 15. That is almost half. I'm proud of myself. You can hold your own in art pub trivia, but that's about it. You may need to watch a few more documentaries and visit a few more museums before you ace this quiz. Yeah, I totally agree with you, BuzzFeed. You're so smart. Okay, let's do a different one. This one has 60 questions. I'm not gonna read you all 60. I'm not a monster. Question number 1. Which artist is known as the creator of Cubism? Pablo! No! But that painting that we saw earlier. Yeah, I guess it is Cubism. I could have guessed it. I had a chance. Question 4. Name the form of painting that depicts Christian sacred personages or events. That is an icon. I know. So Christian of me to know that. Which artistic movement grew principally out of the earlier Dada movement? And another lucky guess. Question 10. What is Chinese landscape painting called? I bet it's not called song. That would be silly. It's not a song, it's a painting. Okay, practically the same thing. I get half a point. Which art movement flourished in Zurich, Switzerland during the early 20th century? What is with these questions about art movements? I'm just guessing randomly. I mean, I'm somewhat of an art historian myself. What is the other name for the art movement Orphism? No, my win streak. This is my 3rd time trying to read this question. In the quarrel of color versus drawing, what are the supporters of the supremacy of diseño, drawing over color called? Drawing over color versus color over drawing. Ha! I'm back! And I couldn't even read the question. This is insane. I'm literally just guessing. Question 17. What animal often symbolizes peace in art? Oh, I know it. It's dove. Cute. And right after dove, you ask me, during whose reign did the Carolingian art begin? Are you deadass asking me that? Shit. Which of these art forms is practiced primarily in East Asia? Scroll painting, landscape painting, panel painting, and whatever this is. I mean, it has to be scrolls, right? Yeah, those are beautiful. What type of painting depicts scenes from everyday life in a realistic manner? This sounds like a question that would have a very simple answer, like realism or casualism, but I don't see any familiar words in here. I just hope it's not metaphysical, please. Okay, that's fine. Question 23. What did I.M. Pei design outside the Louvre in Paris? I have been to Louvre. Against my will, dragged in there by my mom, who loves sightseeing and museums and art galleries. I don't know, obelisk? Pyramid. Oh, made of glass and metal pyramid stands before the Louvre. That's true, it does. I'm pretty sure my mom has taken a picture of me standing in front of that thing. Didn't know it was the same guy who made it though. What does the Venus of Brassempouy represent? An old man, an angel, a human figure, a woman's head. Three in a row. Again, just guesses. Question 30. Which ornamental art style flourished between 1890 and 1910 throughout Europe and the United States? I'll say Art Deco because that's a Lana Del Rey song. Name the term to describe a figure that stands with one leg holding its full weight and the other leg relaxed. Oh, I actually know that. I learned this one in one of our TikTok art tips videos. It's contrapposto. Name the painting technique that is executed entirely in shades or tints of a single color unnatural to the object. If the answer is gouache, I'm gonna lose my mind. But I don't know any other words here, so I'll just say gouache. Why not? Oh, no way, it's not gouache. Kama you, what does it even look like? Oh, pretty cool actually. Question 36. What was the subject of the earliest known paintings? Landscapes, sports, flowers, animals. What does that mean? Landscapes? Animals? Oh, like caveman paintings. Probably that's what was meant. Yeah, I'm dumb, I'm sorry. Name the type of painting technique done by mixing pigments with hot liquid wax. I don't know what it's called, but I'm curious to see what it looks like. Encaustic painting. So that's done with wax? People are so creative. Isn't it a beautiful world that we live in? Question 45. Early photographers made their images on which of these materials? Plastic, paper, glass, stone. I think probably glass. That seems logical. Who was the teacher of Leonardo da Vinci? What? I know the man, but how am I supposed to know who his teacher was? The logical answer would be Raphael? Too bad. Who painted the Starry Night? Oh, I know this. It's Van Gogh. Let's go. I love the meme that is like this meme. I love this meme. Name the type of sculpture that represents a person dying or in death. I think that is the biggest problem that makes education so unnecessarily difficult, is that everything, for some reason, has a name, when it doesn't need to. Sculpture that represents a person dying or in death. Just say that. Just describe that. Why do we need to invent a term for everything? Knew it. Which of these is a paint made from pigments and plastic? Acrylic, tempera, acetone, gesso. I'm pretty sure it's acrylic. Yes, sir. Which one of these is not a well-known Indian sculpture? Well, based on these names, I'm sorry, Henry, but I'm afraid you're the odd one out here. Yeah, sorry, Henry. Last question. Which art technique uses light and shadow to define three-dimensional objects? Any art technique does that? What? Don't you always use lights and shadows to define an object in a drawing? Guess not. Well, hey, 50%. That's crazy. 30 out of 60 I got right. Wonder how many of those I actually knew, like 3? Who needs knowledge when fortune itself is on your side? No, but this was like a super smart test. Most of these questions were about art history, which is absolutely diabolical. I always hated history. I couldn't stand it. I loved the ancient history segment in school, like, ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, Greek mythology. By Greek mythology, I mean I read a lot of Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus, which some might argue have little to do with history, but don't ruin this for me. But after the ancient history, when it got all dark and complicated and I had to remember dates and names and places, and everybody forgot about magic and only started having wars, that's when I was done with history. Although I do understand that, yes, if you actually get into this stuff, then it is actually very interesting because it's basically like Game of Thrones. I mean, plot-wise, not the dragons and giants and zombies. Unfortunately, would be cool. But yeah, I pretty much scored 50% on both of these tests, which is kind of impressive. I expected less of myself. So, do you have to go to art school and know all this stuff to be an artist? Of course not. Is it wrong and pointless to go to art school, and is it a scam? Also not. I believe for certain people it can be very helpful and they might actually enjoy it. But that education format is definitely not for everybody, so just do what you feel like works for you and your brain. The chances of you becoming a skilled, successful artist are equal no matter which path you chose and how much money you spent. It doesn't matter at all. So whether you're struggling in art school or struggling with self-education or online education, I wish you luck and patience. Stay strong and keep going. I've got my 2 chubby little babies right here. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then press like, subscribe. I have other fun videos like this on my channel, as well as some tutorials that you might find useful, so you can go watch those if you want. Or if you just want to look at the art that I make, then you can check me out on Instagram. And good night, good day, goodbye.